Welcome to ModMen, where voiding your warranty is our business. Hello and welcome to the 5th and final episode in the ModMen series. I'm your host, Bill Owen. In this episode, we're going to fire up the ModMen PC, finally, so we can see it in action. Also, we're going to end our Tape of the God segment, but first we're going to take a look at a chassis that's not so traditional. It's Antec's new Lamboy Air, and I want to share my impressions of it with you. I bet you recognize this case. It is Antec's new Lamboy Air modular computer case. Now, Antec's CEO claims it's the first modular computer case in the world. However, it's not. Back in 2003, a company by the name of Lubic, L-U-B-I-C, was the first to make a modular computer case design. This thing will actually take 15 120 millimeter fans, which I heard that if you have a lot of LED fans in your case, it's a great way to pick up chicks. Accessing the Lamboy Air is a bit of a task. For each side panel, you've got 6 screws, thumb screws, with some are longer and some are shorter, so per side panel. That's something that you really have to keep track of and you don't lose, because these are specialty size thumb screws. Now that I've got the fans in the Lamboy Air, it's time to put the system in, and the cable management is unwielding. It's an unwielding beast. Really, to do a nice job with this, you're gonna have to dedicate most of your day to just organizing your fan connections. This is against all my modding religion, to shove wires into something. The fans on top are hitting the memory slot right there. It's hitting the release. I'm gonna presume even when it's in, it's still going to be in the way here. Not only the memory slot, but the heatsink as well will not fit in here when you have the fans on the ceiling of the Lamboy Air. So you're forced to put these on the outside of the case, which I don't like. Did you bother to try installing the system when you made this? The first intention was to put the system together with the power supply on the floor. We took the fans out, and we're thinking, okay, we'll put them on top, although I don't like how it looks. Here's another issue we ran into. The wires, where are the wires gonna go? There's no holes here to guide the wires down. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna run it under the handle here, and then through this crack in the back? I don't know anybody who wants to have a system like that. Oh, darn. We've gone back to the original plan of having the power supply on the bottom, and we're having no fans on top. So it's just 13 fans overall. 3 Jägermeister shots and 2 Monster Energies have given me the courage to finish this system install. I'm gonna need another chain in my Mullix. Finally found a male Mullix connection in there to connect up. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess we can't have fans on the top here because they're hitting the CPU. Good grief. Oh, darn. We took off the 2 fans, and so we can actually put this side panel on. We still got a lot of fans. We got 11 fans. Multiple thumb screws. Again, I gotta go search out the thumb screw because I misplaced it. Yep, see, this isn't even the right size. All right, let's power it up. Something's obviously hitting on the inside. Oh, darn. It was a bit of a headache installing the system in the Lamboy Air. I understand it's a brand new design and, well, they've got to work some bugs out of it. But what really disappoints me is that I couldn't use all 15 cooling fans in it. It's got to be useful for something. Maybe somebody out there would consider it modern art. Where I'm at, there's an art gallery in the warehouse. And it's about 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and we hear a bunch of noise down here, so we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna bring the Lamboy Air with us, and Just see what the reaction is from these uptight art snobs. I was down there for about an hour, and even the art connoisseurs really didn't care much about the Lamboy here. You know, it kind of reminds me of a cage in a way. It's got the perforated sides on it. You know, you could have some type of animal in there or whatever. Actually, we do get some rodents here in the warehouse this time of year, so this may help me catch one. Man, they put so many screws on this thing. It's about midnight. I know that this thing comes out late at night when everybody's gone. At least when we trap it, it can breathe in there. Yeah, you go get it, go get it. Go get it. Yeah! We're gonna bring this outside and let it free. 6 screws to take the side panel off. Come on, can it be any more convenient than this? All right, little guy. You're free! Let's get out of here. Now, doesn't mean that it can't be modified or that you can't modify one. You're gonna spend about 179 bucks. If you do buy one of these just to use right out of the box, keep in mind your motherboard layout, size of CPU cooler you use, and the fact that you won't be able to use the 2 fans on the top unless you use skinny ones that are, well, real skinny. Another thing is you want to get your black belt in cable management, and if you plan to pawn it off to an art gallery, good luck. You're probably better off using it as a rodent trap or a doorstop. Here's a quick tip whenever you're using aerosol paints to paint your PC mods. It's all about getting good flow from your nozzle, and one tip you can do is heat up the paint before you use it. That way it flows better and you get better coverage for your applications. Grab a bucket, get your can, and you're going to fill up the bucket right up to the cap level right here. Once you reach that level, take a weighted object, put it on top of the can, hold the can in the water for about 10 minutes. Try to get the water as hot as possible. After you take the can out of the bucket, shake it for a good minute, then you're ready to use the can. You can see here where we did 3 passes with the paint before we heated it up. Then here we did another 3 passes. The nozzle produces a much wider spray and the coverage is more consistent, so you're actually saving on paint and saving money. So use that tip next time you're painting one of your PC mods. It's finished. The Tape of the Gods window desktop is all finished. And I've got a sound system on it now. I've got my coffee mug, keyboard, mouse. What more would I need? 3M 4010 tape, definitely. It's the Tape of the Gods. Not very good acoustics on your window. Okay, we're down to the last segment of the ModMen PC build. Over the last 4 episodes, you've watched us mill the acrylic, paint the acrylic, and concoct a water block design out of thin air. Randy, I don't know how you did it. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. We've also tested the loop. Now, I've saved you the boredom of watching the cable management and done that already, as well as install the motherboard and the CPU water block. So all that's left now is to install the optical drive mounting plate, the 470 GTX video card, and then reconnect the water loop and install those acrylic fins on the front so we can finally power up this PC. And one more thing is to head over to modmenshow.com. Over the next few weeks, we're going to share what type of test results we get from this system. I did finally give in to cheapskate and almost went crazy, countersinking all the screw holes in the back plate, optical drive top, and in the acrylic in the tower. I also made all the screws match the ones he sent me. So Cheeps, you can be happy now, and please stop sending your monkey transmission to my television set. Traditionally in a case, you have I/O slots that support your video card. Now, since everything's hanging in the wind here, we had to make a support plate here so the card would mount in perfectly horizontal and there wouldn't be any stress on the connection. So it's just like that. We're making a connection to the water block, and we've got these two plates here. Now when these are on, there doesn't leave any room for any type of hose fasteners. Luckily with Tygon tubing, this stuff really grips well. However, I never completely trust the hose alone, so I'm going to use some cable ties just to secure it on. These will be moved like this. Okay, and then this will screw on just like that. That looks really nice. That's probably my favorite view of the PC right there. Just seeing that aluminum grill, that looks awesome. We've got the water loop all finalized. I had hooked up the pump to my hot wire power supply here at the workbench so I could run the loop and check everything installed before I actually had the system on, so I can avoid any catastrophe that way. All we need to do is just get these plates installed in the front here, and then that's it for the final assembly. Almost forgot that we have some blue dye from Mayhem's, and this is supposed to be the best stuff on the market. It's from England, and it will look like Windex. It's like we're running blue Windex through the system. There's the final piece. Now when we said Tim Burton meets the Jetsons, do you see it in there? Can you see it? That looks really, really cool. All right. Here we go. Actually, you got a little bit of light on the edge of the acrylic for the water block on the GPU as well. Cool. That concludes the big build for the ModMen series. We want to thank you for watching. We really appreciate your support, and we've enjoyed sharing all the modding tips and guides with you. Now we want to hear from you. What did you like? What would you like to see in a future series of ModMen? Go check us out on Facebook and like us. You can also send us a tweet on Twitter, and go to our home base at modmenshow.com. Register for the latest developments in the ModMen series. I'm Bill Owen, and on behalf of everyone at ModMen, we want to thank you for watching.
Take one.
All right, this is the customs.
This is how Randy has to answer his phone because his signal isn't far enough. It's funny, he's got a telephone holder on the door because if he has it inside the shop, he won't get the signal and he won't hear it ring. So
this is part of the Deadly Electric Q-Tip series for cutting and polishing. I've got a lot of these bad ideas. Wear your safety goggles.